Okay, so this is my second take recording this, and I am just like with my first take, I'm recording this late at night, but fuck it. Hola, hello there, gamers, bronies, and all the in-betweens. My name is Itzel, or Itzel, otherwise known as Koi Pony Productions. I'm an artist, animator, singer, voice actor, and a bunch of other things here on the YouTube platform who makes content on things related to animation, gaming, and just in general, fictional fandom-related media. And I know, I've been gone for a while. I'm really sorry about that. I wish I could try to make some fun and lighthearted jokes, but I really can't with this. I was really struggling a lot throughout the entirety of 2025, and it only got worse around the later end of that year. Both because I was extremely getting burnt out of college and what I'm about to talk about. If you're under the age of 18 or you're extremely sensitive to the following subjects on screen, skip to the timestamp right here that'll be shown. But basically, to those who want the short story, basically, I am no longer friends with Kool Productions. I cut all ties with him a while ago, and I'm gonna discuss them right now. I've avoided this subject for the past few months, but I can't hide it anymore. I'm done hiding about this. A few months ago, back around October, I officially cut ties with Kool. This is because I had talked to some friends and I realized something. He was a creep towards me. He would make a lot of comments that were kind of inappropriate. Constantly putting pet messages, asking if he's a good boy, which, I'm sorry that's already off vibes, especially if you're around minors. But, yeah, it was already bad. And even so, it gets worse as, well, he one time talked to me on call about this. He had a dream of when I was a minor. He had a dream of us kissing. Granted, he was grossed out by this, but even so, he shouldn't have told me this dream. I totally understand that intrusive thoughts are a thing. Believe me, I'm someone who suffers with those issues, but I would not dare to talk about them to the average person because I know how extremely mentally deranged it could be to hear them or deal with them. And I'll admit, I'm very sensitive about that subject. And luckily nowadays, I don't really have them as much. A lot of them are related to my own phobias and traumas that I actually do have. But yes, it is something I understand. The problem is he straight up told me this, and when I was a minor. And I have proof of this because there is a message about how not long after, I don't know if this was a day or so after, but he had told me he had that dream again, but it was a platonic kiss. Yeah. Looking back, he also made a lot of comments degrading me and saying them as a joke. Most prominently, the "you owe me" crack jokes, which were specifically, looking back, kind of really racist, especially because I am Mexican and I have fully been open growing up, especially nowadays with all the stuff going on in the world. I am Mexican American, and a lot of my family consists of Mexican immigrants. My own family, my own parents, both children of immigration, Mexican immigration, mind you. And my father, while yes, a horrible man, and while yes, technically born in the United States, majority of his life in his childhood was spent in Mexico. So while I am technically not the child of an immigrant, I emotionally feel like one, and as such, kind of even the trauma of one. It's a lot. But yes, I was very open about this, and he would constantly still make these jokes. There's probably other examples I could think of, but like, honestly, I'd rather not list everything. It's been hard dealing with this. I really looked back at how he treated me, and it does hurt, because he felt like an older brother to me, because I never have had any older siblings. I'm the oldest of my siblings, and I have essentially become a secret third parent to them. I've been through a lot. I really have, and I have to do essentially whatever I can to protect my siblings from the stuff related to my own parents. And when I met Kool, I was in some of the deepest, darkest times of my life, as it was not long after I was forced to delete the previous Kawaii Pony Productions channel, and I was still dealing with a lot of the mental trauma from when my parents found out I was trans. It was a lot for me. I was at some of the lowest of lows that I could have been in a very long time. And Kool being in my life at the time, I thought he was someone I could genuinely trust. But looking back, he wasn't. Because of this, I am done. I'm no longer friends with Kool. I've cut him out of my life in general. Obviously, you're gonna see some of the screenshots and stuff about how he treated me on screen. Maybe even some footage of some of the stuff he did. I don't fucking know. It doesn't help. There's also apparently a message from a few years back about him being racist, which I wouldn't have brought up if it weren't for the fact that he did make the "you owe me" crack jokes towards me when he knowingly knew that I was Mexican, and I had even pointed out as a joke, quote unquote, one time, saying, hey, you know, that's racist, right? I am Mexican American after all. I said that as a little offhand joke to just try to settle off the mood right before he left. But in retrospect, that was me calling him out because I was uncomfortable with the joke. I never realized why the joke always felt off to me, but now looking back, it makes a lot of sense. God, I don't really know what to say. This has been something I've been really struggling to talk about. I've been through a lot emotionally because of this. Because of that, I want to let it be known, by the way, after this video is up, I don't want to talk about Kool anymore. I don't want to talk about my time voicing as a Methia. I don't want to talk about how he treated me and my former friendship with him. I'll admit, while I did say I was going to keep up the streams originally for the sake of the memories and archiving purposes, I'll admit part of me is still anxious to keep them up because of Kool. So if I delete those streams, I deeply apologize. I'm only publicly coming out about this because I was very friendly with Kool. I was originally going to come out about this very anonymously, saying, oh, I cut ties with a former friend. I'm not going to talk about who the friend is. You might be able to put the pieces together, yada, yada, yada. Shit like that. But I know I can't. My friends were luckily were by my side and were wanting to call him out publicly. And right when they gave me the consent for it and everything, well, I realized I was done. I wanted to come out about this publicly. I was done hiding. So, yeah. I do want to say a few things before I finish off with this part of the video. I do want to say thank you all who have been giving support because of all of this. It's been emotionally exhausting for me. This has been hard for me. I'm trying my best not to cry and everything. It's 9 o'clock at night as I'm recording this. I'm only doing this just to get the fucking hell out of the way with this. I'm done with it emotionally. I just want to be done. So yeah, I do appreciate all the support. You don't need to subscribe just because of all of this. I saw a lot of people subscribe to me because of this, and I'll be honest, I'd rather not. I've been victimized before. I live under abusive parents, and it's hard because I am a queer person, living in a homophobic household as well. My quote-unquote father is extremely ableist towards me as an autistic person, who's still in the process of getting diagnosed with ADHD. But yeah, I do appreciate the support now that I've publicly came out about this. This has been very emotionally draining for me. I'm just so fucking done with this, man. I do appreciate the support though. As for my friends, I want to say thank you guys for helping me feel confident about this. I remember when I first started publicly speaking about this to some of my friends, as well as my partner, Jacqui, and it was extremely hard for me. I've had multiple breakdowns and meltdowns. I've been near anxiety attacks because of this. I think I even had one a few weeks ago, now that I'm remembering. But yeah, I appreciate from the support from all my friends. They have absolutely helped me out during these trying times for me. Lastly, I want to say something to Kool, because something inside me tells me that he's going to watch this video. Kool, if you're watching this then, please do not take this as me trying to destroy your reputation. Yes, I do think you shouldn't have a platform anymore. I genuinely don't think so. You did hurt me. Extremely. And during one of the most vulnerable times of my life, when I was a teenager. But that doesn't mean I think you're completely irredeemable. Yes, there's definitely irredeemable traits about you, and because of them, I do think you shouldn't be online. But I think there's still hope for you, man. I know you were struggling through a lot. You've talked to me about a lot of things that you've been through. So to that I say, Kool, get offline and seek help. I know that's what you need, man. That is genuinely what you should do. Save up money to live your own life. Try to do whatever you can to live something right. You shouldn't just be online all day. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. I'm lucky that I've been able to have even some experiences despite my situation. I actually, not long after I cut ties with him, had already planned going to a concert, and that really did help me out during that time frame, especially because it was one of the most traumatic time frames of my life. So trust me when I say, touching grass is so fucking important, man. This is a reminder to everyone in the audience to do exactly that. Get a life. Don't just be online, man. Have an actual life. Live. Have friends to be around. Try to look for people that you can hang out with in your community. Do whatever you can to live a life. Get professional help if you can. And if you can't, try to find resources. As well, I'm going to put in some resources for RAIN. If you guys are not familiar with it, RAIN is the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. While I genuinely don't think I was groomed, I still want to put that resource out there because, believe me, as a victim of child abuse, please know that you matter. You should speak to someone, even if it's hard. I'm so sorry about how long this discussion ended up being. I was hoping this would be shorter, but I know this had to be a very long subject. Cool. I do hope you listen to what I have to say. I am not wanting this to be anything more than a wake-up call for you. I still care for you. It's why I said what I said. You shouldn't be online anymore. You really shouldn't. And trust me when I say, I don't think it's just better for me. I think it's better for you as well. Go get a life, man. I still believe in you. Now that that's over, let's get to the actual update related to my channel content. Because, yes, this was a bit of a call-out / mental health update. This is still an overall update to the channel. I am gonna try to keep my optimistic tone, but that's gonna be hard because of what I just discussed. But I do want to talk about some things. First of all, because of college and what had happened with me and Kool, I was really struggling a lot with content, so I haven't been able to make anything in months. So because of that, I will be slowly working on projects again. We are working behind the scenes on Crossing Bounds as well. There's another project me and my now co-director, Jacqui, are making. Yes, by the way, that is correct. You all did hear that right. My partner, Jacqui, is now the official co-director of the channel. So, real quick, let me welcome them.
Hey, this is awkward. Hi, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Jacqueline Whibbs. You could also call me, Jacqui, Jack, Heidi, or Harper. And you may know me best as It's Sal's girlfriend. I am actually the new co-director of Kawaii Pony Productions. It's genuinely an honor to be here, and this has been a journey for a lot of reasons, and I've genuinely never been so excited to be part of another channel, and it's crazy, honestly, and I genuinely can't wait until we can do a lot more things. And there is going to be one thing that is coming hopefully later this year, and stay tuned for that. I'll be checking out now, and thank you so much for being here and watching this. See you all around later.
Thank you, honey, for that message. But yes, basically we are working on 2 main productions on this channel, one of which will still be a surprise. The other is obviously Crossing Bounds, my personal passion project that I've been working on for a few years, ever since I was 10, almost 11. Holy shit, that project's been worked on technically since its early fanfiction days on Wattpad for 8 years. Oh my god, holy shit, that is weird to think about. Ew. But yes, point is, trust me when I say we are working on Crossing Bounds again, as well with our other project. Do expect that pretty soon. Thanks to Jacqui, we've actually been working really well into that project, even despite everything that's been happening with me. I more just work as the co-director. They are the main director of this other project, and trust me when I say it's gonna be great. But yeah, Now, as for other things, the bride and daughter of Discord video. So because of how things have been lately, I likely won't be able to do the watch parties till another month. So probably sometime around February, maybe March. We'll see about that. I don't know, folks. But we will still do those. As for myself, I will be watching those episodes behind the scenes as well, so that way I could actually work on the bride and daughter of Discord videos. Discord video. I get English. But I do want to say thank you all, by the way, from last year when it came to the GoFundMe. Because of you guys, I actually still have some extra money that I am going to maybe use to save up for possibly renting for an apartment. Because of how hard my personal life's been with my family, I am considering maybe saving up a little more, get a job, so that way I could hopefully rent an apartment. And when I can, and Jacqui can, they moved down here to California, and we live together, because that is ultimately the plan. I do want to marry Jacqui and everything. I do actually have a life I want to live, even outside of YouTube. Trust me when I say I have things that I want in my life. I have goals that I want to achieve, and that is one of them. So because of you guys, with the GoFundMe from a few years that I had to deal with, I am able to start saving up for maybe leaving, and that means a lot to me. But yes, I will be working on the Bride of Discord video very slowly. Probably not yet, because I do want to focus on other stuff. But yeah, that is the gist of it. I am working on it. Just, I had to take a huge pause because of everything that was happening in my personal life. So yeah. Though I do want to talk about also, what will I be doing? So because of me wanting to slowly, hopefully get back into the YouTube algorithm enough for the channel to maybe prosper a little, I will be slowly doing small comic dubs, song covers and such, again on the channel, speed paints as well. I want to produce stuff that isn't too much for me emotionally while I'm still working on my bigger videos, because I do still want to make video essays. I love the video essays. They have been some of my favorites to do on the channel, that are not the bigger projects. So I'll be doing that. I might also start doing some meme animatics, like the one I did a while back of look at him and tell me there's a God. I loved that one so much, so I will start doing little things slowly again. Just, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do it, because a lot's been going on in my life, so I might try to slowly bulk up on uploads, so that way for a few months I could just focus on my bigger projects and everything, and then I make another bulk. We'll see. Also, I am hoping at some point I could make maybe a Patreon for the channel. It is in the drafts, just it's not public yet. I still have to deal with other personal matters, like getting my learner's permit, dealing with a lot of personal business, especially now that I'm 18. I'm gonna be 19 in April, so yeah, I'm dealing with all of that. I have a lot of personal matters that I have going on. But yeah, I think that's all. Again, I know I've been saying it a lot in this video, but thank you all who have been supporting me for the past few years with this channel. I know I've been all over the place, especially if you've been following me since the channel, like even before the channel move. I know those who have been following me after 2022 are used to the clunky schedule and everything. But if you've been following me way longer than this iteration of the Kawaii Pony Productions channel being around, you know that a lot of this is hard to see, not because of the actual schedule itself, but because of what I've been going through in my personal life. It does mean a lot to me that you guys are continuing to support me even after everything. So yeah, I think that's all. Anyways, until the next time I disgrace this side of the internet. Adios. Goodbye. You remember, you matter. Goodbye, everyone. Love y'all.